It's pretty exciting and chaotic, and the adrenaline's going, so you just want to get in there and get things calm.
South Dakota is trying to beef up their bighorn sheep herds, and they've approached Alberta for a transplant from the mine site at Cardinal River Coal here.
The last 4 years, Alberta's caught and shipped out sheep. The first year was to Nebraska, then Nevada, last year was North Dakota, and this year was South Dakota. The purpose of the program is always to either introduce into a new area or just supplement the existing sheep herds. Around Catamount, we have a very healthy sheep population, and taking 25 sheep out a year is a good thing for that particular herd.
The process is and it works very well on the site, because we can bait the sheep into one particular location with hay, and what we do is we raise a net over them, and in this case the net is held up by electromagnetic connectors. And so once the sheep are under the net feeding on the hay, we can simply trigger the electromagnetic connectors and the net simply drops down. Quite a few people then rush forward and hold the sheep down and try to keep them from jumping around too much and wrapping themselves up in the net too much.
When you start dealing with the sheep, you want to identify which sheep you're going to keep and process for the trip down to South Dakota, and then the other ones you're going to, the ones that you're not going to keep, you want to get them out of the net and just released as quickly as possible. You could release a sheep and then you look up and you'll see it standing around a couple minutes later. So it's initially stressful for them, but they calm right down fairly quickly.
We roll the net back over them, we put hobbles on them and blindfolds. That tends to calm them down a bit. And then they're moved off to a processing site where they're given antibiotics, a radio collar is put on them, a blood sample is taken, and then they can be moved into a stock trailer for transport back down to South Dakota. We've provided sheep to Nevada, to North Dakota, to South Dakota, a number of other states over the years, and I think it's a useful thing for trying to keep healthy populations all up and down the Rocky Mountains and into the Black Hills of South Dakota and places like this. So I think it's worthwhile in that we're helping with sheep populations across the continent.